Philip here, CNN Cleaning Services, Manning, South Carolina, www.manningcarpetcleaning.com. Today we're going to record the cleaning of this frog or finished room over the garage. Complete room for you. I've had a few commenters ask about a full room. So this was a good opportunity to prop the phone up and do the whole process. Prior to this, we've already pre-vacuumed the home. The first thing we do when we come into a home is we're going to vacuum the carpet thoroughly and remove all that dry soil. And here I am doing a pre-spray. I'm using BioBreak with Citrusol. That's my go-to daily pre-spray. And in this case, I've got it boosted with a little bit of an oxidizer to clean up some, brighten the carpet some, get rid of that tinge and grunge that you can see. I am sped up in this video, somewhere between 2 times and in some sections 3 times and 4 times, because this room actually took about 35 minutes to clean, and nobody wants to watch me for 35 minutes, so I've tried to keep it under a 10-minute video, and I think you'll enjoy it. Here I'm coming back with the Rotovac 360i. We're going to give this carpet the full money, the full treatment. So I use the 360i as an agitation tool as well as a pre-rinse. And I'm not sure who rolled my cord up, but it's a mess. You can see me struggling with some knots there. But that's okay. We're going to take our time anyway. We want that BioBreak to sit and dwell on that carpet as long as possible. A lot of carpet cleaners rush this step, but really this dwell time is the most important portion of the cleaning process. So you'll see I leave for a few minutes to get my vacuum hose. I'm probably cooling down some as well. It's quite warm in this room. There's no air conditioning currently, so we're at probably 85 degrees, and I'm already getting a sweat, carrying around a little bit of extra gut that I don't need. I'm going to come back with my Amflex vacuum hose, a New Leaf green 2-inch hose to the wand. Just outside the stairs there, I've got a 2.5-inch hose to the truck, to the Vortex truck mount, to take benefit of all that power. You can see me tie it up to the door frame. I always tie my hose at the top of the stairs because when that vacuum hits, it tends to want to pull it down the stairs, and then you end up fighting the weight of the hose the whole time. And then I'm going to disappear again and get the truck fired up. You'll hear it get pretty loud. You'll hear that vacuum spool up, and then I'm going to be followed with the homeowner. She is excited, nervous, interested. You see that hose stiffen up as the truck revs up. And then I'll be right back with a little bit of an audience as I get started with the Rotovac process. Bringing up some extra tools to save myself a trip. I start with that Rotovac. I've got it dialed in on 10 full speed. Pressure is fairly low, 250, maybe 300 psi. My temperature is still climbing, but I was at about 240 degrees on the Vortex truck mount when I was downstairs revving it up, which gives me about 200 at the Rotovac. Just going to take my time and Rotovac this carpet thoroughly, remove all the soil. You'll see me slow down for a couple of spots. And just going back and forth motion. When I'm cleaning upstairs, I always like to have all the hose upstairs and tied off. So you'll see me concentrate on half of the room. Keep the hose back on the other half. Now that my audience is left, I'll grab that area in front of the door. And then I'm going to, just a minute, you'll see me spin around. Here I'm hitting a slime spot. Hit the entranceway to the room. Then I'm going to spin, move my hose over. Set my wand to the other side and even move my extension cord to the other side. And this is just a repeat, more of the same. Taking my time, rotovacking thoroughly. Getting out all that soil. This process is going to continue for a few minutes, definitely taking my time. You want to make sure you get as much soil out as you possibly can. This is really the major cleaning step, combination of agitation and rinse. Low pressure, high heat. The sight tube gives you a good idea of how well you're doing. So I'm finishing up this corner. You'll see me swing around and hit a few extra spots of the slime or paint or whatever it is the children might have tracked up here. I think this may have been a playroom. That's my Pro's Choice Super Spotter. I'm going to use to hit a couple of these spots of slime. I would normally combine that Super Spotter with the Pro's Choice Pro Sol gel in the yellow tube. You can see it on my side there in my pouch, but unfortunately I'm out. That's an empty tube, so doing what I can with the black tube on its own. Between the two, they'll pretty much take care of 99% of the spots we're dealing with. Unfortunately, the black tube on its own doesn't do so well with these slime spots, and you'll see me come back a little bit later with a different style of gel spotter. But I gotta rinse that out well. A few of them are taken care of. Gotta get that gel spotter out, or it'll leave a spot that is sticky and will re-soil really quickly. Get that unhooked. Hook my vacuum hose up to the wand. I always have that vacuum hose hooked up to something when the truck's running, because it has a lot of vacuum can harm a small child or a pet, and I don't want to take any chances. So I'm always, even though the wand's not the next tool I'm going to use, that's what I've got it hooked up to now. Now I'm back downstairs. I'm going to cool off for a minute. It's going to take me a few minutes to gather up, get the rotovac into the next room, gather up a few more tools, cool off, take a little break, get a sip of water. Now I'm coming back with my favorite new tool. This is my Crevice Tool. It's a 56-inch Crevice Tool with an internal jet. It's 1.5 inches, so it's got a small leader hose. That is my gel Zolve from Harvard Chemical. I like this crevice tool a lot. I use it for, obviously, the crevices, the edges. It works wonderful on filtration lines. But also because of the glide, it works really well on small spots of carpet if you want a real concentrated spot. And it even works really well on tile and grout lines to blast out that grout line with a real concentrated spray. So definitely a favorite tool of mine, and they're not that expensive. It does an excellent job. Here I'm hitting some more of that slime. Hit it with the gel Solve, which is the equivalent of the yellow tube. In this case, this is made by Harvard Chemical. It's a solvent-based gel. It does a real good job on the slime. And then you can see I can trim a few hairs and a few solid bits of slime out. Rinse it thoroughly. Move on to the next one. And it's the same process. Rinse, gel. Using my Pro's Choice Carpet Shark brush to work that gel down into the soil. In this case, it's children's slime. Rinse a little bit more, and then I'm getting ready to move on to the final step, which is the wanding process. So I'm going to move that out the way a little bit. Hook up to my wand, VT wand from Joe at Wander's Products, 15-inch VT wand. I'm making 2 passes of rinse and then 2 dry passes back and forth in the same spot. My rinse I'm using is Pro's Choice Last Step Acid Rinse, metering at about 2.5 gallons per minute. 2.5 gallons per minute. I actually mix it half strength, so I'm using 16 ounces per 5-gallon rinse jug. With my softened water system, that's really all the rinse I need to get a great result. You see, pass forward and back, and then a dry stroke forward and back, and that's doing a great job of clearing up any remaining soils or marks or detergents. And that's going to finish this off. I don't like to walk on it on my wand, so I'm going to get up here to this end, and I'm going to unhook the camera. I appreciate you. Make sure you like and subscribe for all of our cleaning videos.